The Democrats can't communicate with Republicans. Husbands and wives have difficulty communicating. Children and parents have difficulty communicating because our language is old and it's not and is subject to interpretation. So if you're worried about these things, they're very easy to correct. It's very easy to provide an abundance for all people without working, without servitude. We're going to phase out all jobs where you don't use your head. And that's most jobs.
The last time when somebody did something that radical was when the Khmer Rouge emptied Phnom Penh and made everybody leave the city to become peasants, to re-educate them.
Well, what we do instead, we encourage what you call individuality. We bring up people. I better tell you what I did with my own kid, okay? When my kid was 4 years old, he said, "Daddy, the wheel came off my toy car." And I said, "So it did." And I threw it in the garbage, and I picked up my book, and I was reading it. I was watching by the corner of my eye. That lower lip goes way out. I said, "What's the matter?" He said, "You throw it away." I said, "I'll get you baby toys where the wheels don't come off." He said, "Well, maybe I can fix it." And I reached for it and gave it to him. And he's trying to get that wheel on. Once he gets it on, then I think, "That's wonderful. How did you do that?" He said, "Not that little. You see the hole in the wheel? Yes. You see the piece of iron sticking up? Yes. I quick turned it until it went on." Oh, don't always say, "Let Daddy fix it for you. Let Daddy do this. Let Daddy decide what you take at college." No, give the kid problems, let him solve them. My little girl walked into my lab when she was 3 years old. I put a wrench on the nut the wrong way, intentionally, and it keeps slipping off. So I put it on the wrong way again. She with her hands on it. "Daddy, that's no way to do it." So I put it on another way, and that didn't work. So she said, "I have to show you how." And she put the wrench on the right way. It was obvious, but I didn't want her to look up to Daddy and think he knows everything. I wanted to scan the environment and think for herself. I said, "Now what do you want, a doll?" "No, I want electric trains. They're more animate." See, you give a girl a doll, a little washing machine, you're programming her. So we don't believe in trying to get anybody to do anything that I want them to do. You do what you're interested in doing. You can take courses in any subject, free of charge. You can walk out of school anytime, walk into any other classroom, sit down. If you don't like it, you walk out. So you learn where you want to learn in your own terms. Yes?
We have a question here.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not sure if I understand you right, but it seems to me that in this vision that you're describing, there is a little bit of the Enlightenment ideals, that whole vision that through the application of logic and empiricism and reason that we can reach.
It's not logic that we use. I'm going to give you an example. In Germany and America and France, they have all these children standing up and doing exercise together. Okay? They're ordered to appear, to do that, to limber up, in the army too. What we do is we build a lake in all the cities. There are lakes with an island in the middle, with a craft shop on top, where you can make anything you want to make. In order to get there, you've got to row a boat, and you've got to climb the hill. So we don't order anybody to do exercise. We build it into the environment. You understand? The book's a place at a level where you'll be reaching, so you'll be moving in all directions instead of going like this all day with all the other kids. That's trying to dictate behavior to generate healthier bodies. Yes?
I think we have time for one more question.
Thank you. Hi. As a member of the psychic movement, we often get questions regarding decision making and so on. Yeah, sorry.
Speak loud.
Yeah, regarding decision making by computer and so on. Not as a question, but more as I'd ask you to elaborate on the kinds of technological decision making that we're already doing in our culture as for now.
I can give you an idea if you don't understand that subject too well. In the early days, people used to launch model airplanes. Today, they're radio controlled. The guy moves the controls and the model can do a loop or a barrel roll or anything. And it looks like the plane is doing it itself, but the guy is working the controls. Today, you can put a chip in a model airplane. It'll take off, do a loop, a barrel roll, and land. But if the runway is cracked, it'll tumble over. That's because you left out a sensor. If you put a sensor in front of that model that scans the runway, and if there's a crack, it moves around and doesn't land in another place. It depends on the kind of sensors you put on your machines.